First and foremost, this is an opinion, and a rant, if you want to call it that. But I don't trust Adobe, and I don't think you should either.
On July 25th,
2017, Adobe announced that they would end support for Flash at the end of 2020. They partnered with Apple, Microsoft, Google, and Mozilla to coordinate the sunset that lasted 3.5 years. Despite the destruction of all the Flash media across the web, we have time. We have emulation possibilities and replacement tools. And one of those replacement tools was Adobe Animate. At the time of this video's release, last week Adobe announced that they would be ending support for Animate, and in just 48 hours they backpedaled and moved it to maintenance mode. What the hell happened? Hi everyone, this is a Speedpaints video. I'm drawing some of the requests that I got from YouTube Shorts of people asking me to draw some things, and here they are, while I also rant about this topic. Enjoy. Now, I don't think it's unfair to say that Adobe's executive leadership has changed for the worse. They offered so little notice to millions of people. Entire corners of the animation industry were told that they just had 1 month to change their entire pipeline and livelihood, essentially. 1 month! You were effectively being evicted from your own career, which I think is very messed up if you couldn't tell by the tone of my voice. The problem isn't just the cancellation, it's just that they thought this was remotely acceptable. It was either incredibly oblivious or cruelly negligent. And to be honest, I have a strong feeling the executive team wouldn't care less about artists' tears, but they do care about their stock being volatile. The timing between their stock dipping and this announcement is a little too important to ignore, in my opinion. While I can't claim to be a witness in the boardroom and know exactly what was happening, we know that when shareholders are calling about market instability or whatever, executives have to do something. And I don't think they even saved Animate because they realized its value to art or because of the backlash or whatever. I think they saved it, and I say saved with a lot of liberty, because of the PR that was starting to look bad and could potentially become a business risk. Let's be clear, I don't even know what maintenance mode potentially really means, right? Because this could be security and compatibility updates, or it could be just a couple steps from abandonware. And I don't know how much attention they'll actually give it, you know? We don't actually have that level of clarity, or rather, we're not living right now in the time where maintenance mode means in the long term. We just have this little message, and I don't think that's anywhere enough for like what people need in the future. How do you tell millions of users who have invested thousands of hours and dollars into specializing in this tool and they are just like done? Some say that this is because Adobe can figure out how to shove generative AI into Animate like other software like Photoshop or Illustrator. And others say that this could have been because of the tools like Midjourney or Sora. Let's be honest, seeing AI-generated videos can be impressive. It's not really, sometimes it's really broken. And the most important thing, it's not animation. It will never be animation. And but the problem is I can 100% picture a hard-headed businessman looking at an AI-generated video and being 100% convinced that human animation is over and it's no longer commercially viable. Remember the line from the announcement, "It served its purpose"? I think that's the key. I don't think that they see Animate for a tool of creativity. They may have seen it as a tool that reached its expiration date. Again, I have to say that Adobe makes incredibly and objectively great software. But those tools come with such predatory conditions, and what the business model they're following is just such a hard thing to decide whether like you want to like really do things well or like you want to like have this software for you but you have to agree to those egregious terms, right? They have set themselves up as an industry standard and they have such leverage to treat users as disposable at this point. You got a death sentence, and then you were told, oh well, never mind. This is actually kind of quite bad for business. You may carry on for now. I don't know. This is just totally insensitive, and the way that it's been done, I would never support. Like, I would never go behind Adobe and keep trusting them after this. And for the people who uses Animate for a living, I think none of these people are getting any good sleep. I feel like if you're deep in the Adobe trap, I truly hope you can find a solution or an alternative or whatever can work for you in the long term. I mean, there is other software like Moho or Toonboom, though Toonboom is also pretty expensive. So, if anything, I hope that anything that can get you out of their claws and have your livelihood in a good stable position, because animation is already pretty difficult to have as a stable job and career and have a good livelihood out of that. As a little opinion point, I feel like anyone who's doing art for a living, professionally, taking it seriously, is already like crazy, right? Because art is so unstable to deal with professionally. I mean, that doesn't mean I don't respect it. I think it's very respectable to go and push for it and really try your best to like make your art your living, right? And I feel like a lot of us don't even like want to be this tycoon, millionaire, super powerful Epstein Island visiting person that will just do that by having animation as their only source of income and being this incredible quintillionaire from it. I think most of us realize that it's a little unrealistic and just want to have a good life, man. Well, if anything, I hope that this video aged terribly. I just hope that it is aging like milk left out in the Florida summer. But unless Adobe's leadership changes fundamentally, I still would not trust them. And I would definitely do something to just stray away as far as possible from Adobe's claws. I don't know, that's just an opinion. But anyway, yeah, there was barely any acknowledgement of art in here. I would like to end up this video with a note of like, I truly appreciate when you make some requests. Hey, I make a lot of these art requests on Discord to keep like a better track of them, and I do them every month. I squeeze in the YouTube or TikTok ones if I have the time or space to do them. So I wouldn't rely on your comment being drawn anymore, because I am starting to think that some of these might get buried into a lot more requests. But I very much appreciate them. I enjoy reading the comments, and if anything, I really like that you guys request some art for me to draw, because that means that at least somebody is like willing to ask me for something and hoping it would look okay. Thanks everybody. This was just a quick video. Thank you.